Okay, I get questions like this on occasion from some of my clients, and so my client's not here, so I'm trying to anticipate the questions, and what I'm speaking to is the flat work, concrete, driveways, porches, that kind of thing. Now the builder, he'll tell you the concrete does two things. It gets hard and it cracks. But that's true. It might be a corny joke, but it's true. I like corny jokes. Alright, so when I look at these cracks, okay, and I say that they're typical, it doesn't mean that your neighbors are going to have crack envy. Why don't I have typical cracks like they do? They got typical cracks. I don't have any typical cracks. It's not going to be like that. I'm not going to pretend like it's something that's attractive. But it is the nature of the building materials that we're using. Now, I have several key points that I use when I am trying to ascertain, to determine that whether all cracks should be monitored, but about these cracks, what makes this a good crack? It's not a good crack. What makes this a bad crack? Okay? If it is wider towards the exterior than it is on the interior, that's a warning notice. It doesn't condemn a crack instantly, but that is something that we take into consideration. And what I'm seeing is that these cracks are actually getting smaller towards the perimeter. That's actually, okay, we can find some comfort in that. Okay? Maybe not a celebration, but comfort. Are these cracks wider than a 32nd of an inch? I got other measurements that I use as well, but for today we're going to use a 32nd of an inch. They're not wider than a 32nd of an inch. Okay, not wider than more than one place in a 32nd of an inch. It kind of progresses like that. But these cracks aren't large enough that they, would bust that measurement. And then the third or fifth, or depending on how you're, calculating these points, but the most critical one really is it out of plane? Okay, I can just slide my roller skates right over here, no problem, no bump. These cracks are in plane. So, yeah, they're cracked. Yes, you should monitor them. Will they get bigger? I don't know, maybe. But it's typical to the building, it's typical to the material. And these cracks are, and again, your neighbors are not going to have crack envy, but, this is not something to look at, something to know about. Know your home. Know your home. Monitor your home. Not just these cracks, your whole house. But these are not a concern at this point.